Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today we're doing a video on Jay-Z and what's kind of coming up here for the next 5 months in 2025. So I did the reading. We got some juiciness upcoming, but again, what do you guys think is coming here for Mr. Jay-Z? Will he be kind of skimming off scot-free? Will he be on the run? Or are we looking at some jail time for him? So we look into all of that and more, so feel free to stick around and the such. So news and announcements really quick. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so using my website link down below. Otherwise, YouTube members, $3 a month, you get access to exclusive content, videos like this early, and really cool members discounts and the such for personal readings and things if you're interested. So disclaimer, otherwise, remember everything I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, y'all, just my opinion, psychic downloads, and the such. So if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So thank you so much for listening to me, and I will see you guys in the video. Hi everyone and welcome to the reading. So we're going to be going over Jay-Z today, and so what I plan on doing here is I'm going to shuffle. I've done some pre-shuffling already, so I won't do too much on camera this time, but let's take a look into what does Jay-Z's year in review kind of look like moving here into 2025. What are things that we might be able to see? What are things that we're looking forward to? What are things that might be unexpected from a viewer perspective or an audience or a general collective perspective? So with that, I'm going to pull one card for each month. I'm going to look till about, let's take a look until about May here when the Diddy trial is starting up and see what's kind of those energies going on. So looking here into January, we have the moon reverse. So we definitely have some secrets, secrets are no fun, that are looking to be covered up and not exposed. This feels like a time for Jay-Z of, he's still playing hardball. Or I got to keep everything covered because people are still going to have my back. There's other wicked things that may come that he is kind of trying to either divert into a different pathway so it doesn't get put out to the public, it feels like, or he's trying to delay the inevitable. It's like there's stuff that's coming out, but he's suppressing information, suppressing things down, not letting people essentially know all of the secrets that he kind of has going on. I'm also getting drawn here to the lobster. So when it comes to the lobster, this is a card. So typically this should be a crab, right? So in this case, it's a lobster. And what it feels like, it's like there's really high profile things that this is kind of being told about. Or when I say like when you think of lobster, I think about it, that's kind of like you do your steak and lobster. That's kind of, I know, a big thing for like the first of the year. So the beginning half of the first month, he is in, and even around New Year's, it's like, I don't want something big going out. This is also something I think about fine dining, elegant cuisine, and the such. So it's like, this is like an upper echelon thing that he's trying to maybe even not have it go up to the people at the top. So it's like they don't know what he's been doing at the bottom. And so there's a lot of secrets, not just from the public perspective, but in his inner circle perspective that he's been trying to hide from everyone. But all I see is the dam is building up and the dam is ready to break. Looking here into February, we have the Five of Cups upright. It feels like someone's walking away from him in February. Just with the Five of Cups, it's like someone's walking away. He's going to be in mourning for something. And I also get here with this middle cup, it's like he has this 4 things that are going really well for him, but then it's the middle cup that's kind of overturned. And yes, it still has water in it, so it's like it hasn't completely fallen out, or it hasn't completely come out yet, especially here with that moon card, but it's like it's tipped over. I'm just now trying to put a piece of glass and fight against gravity. And he knows it's like he's on like a losing battle. Yeah, he's winning. He's on a losing battle here, and he's fighting gravity. He's fighting. You can't win. You don't win against gravity. What is up must come down. what is there must come out. It's like he's fighting gravity in some way in February. So feels like these first 2 months might be a little, we aren't going to hear as much about Jay-Z and maybe some things that he's had going on. Because again, he's fighting gravity with everything. Also, I don't know, I'm getting really drawn to the imagery on these cards. And there isn't a lot going on here, but there's also these two jewels. So it's like he's also trying to balance, it feels like, one, like someone that he holds in high regard and someone he doesn't. He's balancing the two halves of him, where he's trying to give to one person, but he's also trying to give to the other. With the typical just Five of Cups as well, where it's like, I'm mourning a loss of someone. It feels like someone may be walking away from him, with, like, between two people. As we've kind of seen, we've seen a lot of mistresses that are now coming out. If you want, go check out my Marina Abramovich reading about her and Jay-Z. That was wild. But I've also been seeing Jay-Z has had... Jay-Z's been balancing two women for a while. And it feels like in February, it's almost hitting a breaking point of I can't balance both of them anymore. Looking here in March, we have the Page of Swords reversed. He's saying one thing and doing another. This is also lies, deceit, deception. I could feel that in March we're going to be hearing a little bit more from him, but these are going to be stories that are made up to the public. There might be whispers and blind items coming out around this time too, where him and Beyonce are splitting up. I can say there's also probably going to be other blind items about things that Jay-Z has done. I wouldn't believe all of them, because it feels like a lot of them are red herrings, and or we're like, look over here, because what we're doing over here in the shadows, we don't want you to see. And so that's what it feels like in March. It's like we might be seeing more news or information come out about Jay-Z then, but in reality, I want you to not look at that information. I want to have us look in the other direction, as that is actually where our focus should be, because that's where the meat and potatoes of what he's been doing is. Looking here in April, we have the Nine of Coins upright. So is he winning a battle? Is he winning some sort of thing that he's got going on? Because with the Nine of Coins here, it's like, this is a single card. So this might be the time where him and someone actually split. I don't know if this would be a public split. If him and Bey would publicly split. I'm hearing no. But I could see this being the point in time where behind the scenes that they split, we would see less and less of them together. There would be more blind items and rumors saying, hey, they've split. People are going to be like, no, they haven't, but XYZ thing is going on, and their teams didn't say this, that, and that other thing. And I'm like, okay, sure, but they've been lying to us through the media forever, so whoever, whatever, right? You heard it here first, folks. But yeah, when the Nine of Coins here, I do see in April, this might be when they turn single. This is like, also, this is going to be like the recuperation of funds. So I don't know if this is going to be a month of a big amount of money coming in for them, or if this is going to be a big amount of money that's being split in a way that's maybe not so legal, but to protect assets in some way. Someone's becoming single, whether that's in the public eye or not, in April. And then looking at, oh boy. And then looking here in May, we have the Four of Wands reversed, which is the breaking of a commitment, divorce, the splitting of families, the home, the foundation is getting flipped up on its head. So in May, I could maybe see Bey and Jay like announcing, oh, we're getting divorced, or we could be, they're just not living in the same location anymore. It's like I made the decision to be single in April, and then now in May, it's now time for action of doing it. I also get here that this could also be them uprooting where they're living and going somewhere else, because this is the home, the family, the foundation. I know there's been rumors that they want to potentially flee the country or go somewhere else, and I do feel like in April we are going to, wherever their home, wherever they've like where home is for them, it's like they're uprooting it and changing it to a different space, because I don't know if this is a raid. Oh boy, I don't know if Jay-Z's house is going to get, one of the houses or many of the houses are going to get raided in May of this coming year. But what we're seeing here is there's something going on with the home, the family, the foundation, and they have to change it or move or leave in some way. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here, just like as a timeline of events. So next I'm going to grab out what sort of potentially shocking things. And then at the bottom of the deck we have the King of Swords. Legal issues up to wazoo. Jay-Z is screwed. Just absolutely screwed. He's so screwed, it's not even funny. This is legal issues. These are lawyers. This is the justice system. This is legal issues that are going to be occurring for him coming up. I'm going to put that to the side. And I'm going to grab out my True Crime and Conspiracy. And let's take a look at some things that might be occurring this year. Or I should say not this year, but in the first 5-ish or so months of the year. And what can we expect with Jay-Z? What can we expect? What kind of secrets? What are things that I'm going to do 2 things that he's trying to hide, and then I want to take a look at 2 things that are going to be brought out to the public. So here in 2025. So let's take a look at what that all may entail. So yeah, Mr. Jay-Z's 2025 is getting flipped upside down. And if you watch any of my past readings, I've been seeing this for a while, that he's kind of just going, his whole life is imploding. So, I mean, I've been seeing that for a really long time. I'm going to, honestly, at this point, I'm going to create a playlist of all my Jay-Z and Beyonce readings that I have done. Just because there has been a few, or actually quite a few at this point, and we can have them all in one awesome location. We can go back and actually check out, like, no, we've been seeing this for quite a while. So let's take a look here. What are 2 things that are kind of being still held public here in the first 5? What are things in the public eye? What are things going on behind the scenes and the such? So what is going on behind the scenes for him? Ooh. Oh. Sorry, I put them in the light. Okay, so we have strangulation and perversion as stuff going on behind the scenes. What I'm seeing here is I'm just like, oh, the regular, oh, strangulation. No, I'm seeing this as like, like, you know, they have like the BDSM, like, I'm into being dominated, I'm into, and I'm like, no shame, but like, this is giving me like, freaks between the sheets and dungeons all over the place. That's what this is giving me. With the perversion card as well, there are things that are behind the scenes. There's like, these are hidden things. It's like, I'm looking at other people trying, whatever, we're going to dig more into it. And then what's going to come out in the public? Tunnels and fraud. Okay. So here in the first 5 months, let's take a look first at the public stuff, and then we'll go into some of the dirty details that are going on behind the scenes. So let's take a look first here at fraud. I feel like there's been a lot of speculation that Jay-Z has had. They're going to get him on some sort of fraud. There's like something weird he's been doing with his finances. So let's take a specific look here of what does this fraud, what is this kind of all about? How are we going to hear about this? Why are we hearing about this and this such? Is this kind of like the major reason that they want to take him down, or is this just the reason that they're going to put out to take him down for? So let's take a look here. Well, let's take a look. What's this fraud all about? Page of Pentacles. He took a bad deal. This is him making deals with other people, deals with himself. Page of Pentacles. I'm coming to you as a business offer to start something new. This is all about his business dealings and what. Why is this? Because he wanted to be at the top of the top. This is his ego, his pride. 6 of Wands reversed. What I get here is because of his stupid mistakes. Because he wanted to make money, be the top of the top. His ego got the best of him, and he took deals that he shouldn't have. From a financial influences here, he's not getting away with whatever he planned on doing or whatever he thought he was going to get away with. 7 of Swords reversed. Hopes and fears. He just wanted this to be in the past. Also, why is there like the movements of like niños and niñas coming? It's like, I don't want you to... There's something with kids. or Six of Cups, kids or things in the past that he's like, I don't want you looking into. It's like what they have him on now. It's like, okay, just don't look back any farther. What I get is 6 years ago is like, we have stuff from like 6 years ago, but if you looked at the patterns, there's stuff from like, I don't know why I say 1990. Was he even in the industry in 1990? But there's something back from like the 1990, 1991, really early on in his career or something, that it's like, whatever happened back then, it can, there could be like, why is I'm thinking like there's no statute of there's like, was there a statute of limitations on that thing back in 1990? No, it's like he can still be prosecuted for whatever happened back in 1990. But I'm not sure what that's all about. It's something in the past that he just like, don't go to that past. Unseen obstacles. Here's the King of Swords again, reversed. Legal issues. Big man on top. Someone's cutting him down. And with what he is doing. The other challenge here is the Hanged Man. He's been trying to get away from this, see things from a new perspective, but he's been unable to. He's not gone away. He's kept the easy money and not done good things. Yeah. Essentially, he's done the same patterns over and over again. He has not tried anything new. So it's like, oh, you did this time? Okay, now we can catch you in this, because it's like really easy to almost follow his paper trail. What's going for him? The Nine of Wands. He's kind of stayed, he's still been out there and being active. And that's gone for him, where I think what's going for him is he's trying to sway public opinion. Nine of Wands as well is he's also carrying on like there's nothing going on, and it has gained some he's gained traction in that way. I don't know if it's going to be enough traction to save his butt. I'm hearing no, but I am seeing that he's left a lot of people scratching their heads, wondering, what are you doing? And I think it's caused a lot of people to be fearful of him and not turn on him as much as they could have. Jay-Z is still a very scary, scary man. And he is afraid of people turning on him because they already have. But it's not everyone has come forward with everything, because he is still scary, as he is still not behind bars. If he was behind bars, as say Diddy is right now, people would be coming out in droves to speak on him, because he's much less dangerous behind bars than out. And that's what I'm seeing. It's like, because he's not going to get nailed to the cross as hard until he is behind bars, if he's ever going to get there. Because here in the past, the Queen of Pentacles, there's Bay. This is, what deals did he make for Beyonce's career? Because the Queen of Pentacles, she's a Virgo, correct? He made a deal with Beyonce. I don't know what this is, but it's like he made deals on behalf of Beyonce, and that's caused some fraud. That's kind of caused a lot of internal turmoil and issues when it comes to not just his career, but her career. And they're kind of inexplicably tied. Because here in the future, we have the Five of Swords reversed, which is a lose-lose situation. It's, you tried getting through it, you're not though. He's in a lose-lose situation when it comes to his fraud cases here. It's just, that's what it is. He's not, whether he tries to win or not, he will always lose. If he wins the case, he's going to lose somewhere else. If he loses this case, then he still loses. Whatever he does, he loses. Okay. So next we're going to take a look at what's this tunnel all about. All right. Yeah, what's this tunnel all about when it comes to Mr. Jay-Z and the upcoming first 5 months of 2025? And trust me, like, even though I'm doing this, like, I'm sure I'm going to be doing more readings on him, because, I don't know, I'm feeling like late, I want to say late April, but there's also something in March, beginning of March, maybe around like March 1st, maybe not March 1st, or March 15th, the Ides of March. There's something with that as well. I'm going to take Ides of March. It's the day Julius Caesar was betrayed. That's a very, it's an auspicious day, and it's like, I almost wonder if they want to use this as a day of, okay, we took down Julius Caesar, now let's take Jay-Z down in a similar manner, or that's going to be an attempt. Ides of March is going to be a really interesting time of year this year. I don't know why, I just feel it. So, heard it here first, folks. Let's take a look here with Tunnel. What's kind of all this that's going to be in the public eye for Jay-Z coming up? So, we have the Death card reversed. With Tunnel. Underground tunnels, death reversed. We're avoiding change. We're avoiding we're avoiding change. We're avoiding transformation. We're trying to do things in our own way and not. Essentially, we're avoiding having to go with things. I also think that this might be a attempted death. Someone might try and go pew pew at him, and I feel like it's an attempt, but it doesn't go all the way. Why is this? Is the Magician reversed? He's getting an attempt on his life. I'm just going to say that. I'm feeling that pretty strongly here. With the Magician reversed, I am getting, it's because this is like a bad deal, a bad broker. I'm also getting the sense here, like, even if we don't see, this isn't in the public eye, I mean, I do feel that this is, he gets away through the tunnel system, or his, like, this is him trying to gain sympathy, people were trying to axe him, take him off to the other side, and this is like a ploy to get him some sympathy in the public eye. I don't think it's going to work, but that's kind of a ploy that might be employed by it, or they're going to try and spin the narrative in some way. With the tunnel here as well, I do feel that there is an escape. This isn't a narrow escape. Someone almost does get him. It does feel like. And it's like we're off by like a few inches or a few centimeters. Because from a financial influence here, the Chariot, yeah, he gets away. Or this could just be a material, or finances, material, there's a getaway car. There's an attempt on his life, and there's a car or some sort of transportation involved, where they're, like, we're taking you out on a plane, or a car, there's a drive-by. Like, that's what I'm getting here. Because hopes and fears here is the Seven of Cups. It's like, there's many different masks. There's a lot of people coming after him right now, and he's not sure which one. And then he's also trying to put a mask on, and he's like, which one is going to work? Which one are people going to get sympathy from? I also get the sense here that he's got doppelgangers or other clone. Some people will call it clones. Some people call it doppelgangers. Some people call them body doubles. You call them whatever you want to look into. If you want me to look into is there actual thing called celebrity clones, let me know. But I'm getting here is that someone's going after him, and it's like they almost go after the body double, and instead of actual Jay-Z. And that's kind of how he gets away. It's like they went after the wrong one. Other things going on here, the Ten of Wands, unseen obstacle. This is a burden he's been carrying. This is a burden he will carry as well. It's like you see this person, right? And they're carrying this person who is no longer alive, right? So what I'm getting is there's going to be bodies down. There are going to be people down, taken to the other side. Oh boy. And this is going to be a burden. It's like, because people are after him in a very intense way. Also, with the Queen of Swords here, he's done messed up with the wrong woman. There's some woman here that really wants to go after him, the Queen of Swords, that's not going to have his back, that I thought that he thinks would have his back. And I don't know if this person betrayed him. I'm hearing no. But I am seeing that this woman, whoever this may be, Queen of Swords type of energy, is coming after his ass hard. In one of my very first Jay-Z readings, you guys can take a look. He has a Queen of Swords who's been after his ass forever. And it's like, I'm not sure if this is someone who's in the 3D or in the 5D. Whoever it is, this Queen of Swords is coming for him. It does not matter who it is. They're coming after him. And he will pay for what, it's like, the actions of which you have taken will have reactions. And the reactions that you have now garnered, you might not be happy with because of the actions that you took before. So, oh boy. What's going for him? Queen of Pentacles. This is, I'm going to say this is Beyonce. It's like she has a very popular, like she's very popular. Let's just be honest here. She's very popular. She's got a lot of stands. A lot of people like her. There's a lot of people who are going to defend her. And him still being attached to her gives him some clout. Gives him some people that like him. And like it's like he's attached himself to her just to maintain his status, at least in a subliminal way in the public, but also in private. People are scared of Beyonce. If you haven't watched my Is Beyonce a Witch video, go check that out. But she is a terrifying person in the industry, and him being attached to her elevates him. Whether or not, well, it elevates him just being attached to her, or in her good graces. Here in the past, the Two of Cups. Interesting. And then we look here in the future, the Six of Swords. Okay, so after this attempt on his life, it does feel like this is coming from this could have come from someone that he might have been involved with in the past that doesn't want him around anymore, because it's like, you know my secrets. You can't know my secrets because I'm afraid you're going to spill to get a better deal for you. That's what this feels like. This was someone who was really close with it, I think, tried to axe him. Looking here in the future, this is the Six of Swords. He's looking to run. I'm going to say that. He's looking to run. After this attempt on his life, I think he's looking to run, and he's looking to run as fast as he can to wherever he can to hide. And yeah, this is, after I think this, and this is coming in the next 5 months, mind you. At least that's the energy at the current moment. Things can change, but after this attempt, he wants to flee, and he's going to flee. If he's given a chance, he's going. He's told to surrender his passport. He's like, sure, I'll do it, but he's got his 5 spare that he's going to take, and he's going to start running with. He's going somewhere, and he's trying to get away and not be in the public eye anymore. I'm getting somewhere. He's got some things lined up down in the Caribbean. He's got 1 or 2 places down in the Caribbean that he's looking at. And then to like hide out. And then there's another one in the Eastern Hemisphere. It feels more in the Southeastern Hemisphere. And that's probably as far as I'm going to go there. Southeastern Hemisphere, he's got another location. Maybe this is like in Fiji or one of the Indonesian islands down in that area. But it's a very tropical place. He's got a few places that he's kind of located and kind of said, this is where I'm going to go if I'm running. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at some of this hidden stuff now. What's this? I also just love that my Queen of Pentacles card just flew off the table. She's like, I don't want to be involved with this. So let's take a look here. Perversion. What's this all about? This is stuff that is going, and now remember, we're going into stuff that's more behind the scenes with Jay. So what are things that we're kind of allowed to know that are kind of going on behind the scenes for him? That are maybe some big things that are being revealed, not to just himself, but more of like people in his private life. Not even his private life. I would say this is stuff that's being revealed in 2025, but can't be revealed in a big way because of law enforcement, or just, we can't say everything to the public that we want to say. So, for fear of mass hysteria. So let's take a look. What are these things that are maybe going on more behind the scenes during this 2025 thing? So the Tower reverse, the perversion. Just readjusting myself here. So let's take a look. So Tower card reversed. We're avoiding a disaster around perversion. This is something to do with kids. I would say it's something either to do with kids or individuals, and peeving in on them, looking at them in a perverse way that is not consensual. No, this is we're avoiding disaster where there's like a bigger conspiracy going on here. We're avoiding it because we do not want this out in the public. This might be one of the things that he's been trying to, remember that moon card from earlier? He's trying to suppress down. I also feel like this is a lawsuit or something along those same lines where he's like, I don't want this going to court. I don't want this going to court. So he's like trying to pay people off to be like, this isn't going to court. We're just going to try and get this done underneath the rug. Bing, bang, boom, done, right? He's like, I don't want this going out because I need to avoid, like there's something here when it comes to women, men, boys, girls, looking at them maybe in a way of like from the pleasures of the flesh. I also see this here as tapes. So we're trying to suppress tapes, we're suppressing videos, we're suppressing something that we can taste, touch, hear, and or smell. There's a physical aspect to it that I'm getting. It's like, this is something we don't want out in the light. From a financial influences here, the Ten of Swords. Upright, yeah, this might be where some of that money that he was having issues with before was going to things. Remember the fraud, and it's like he got backstabbed. Remember, he had a bad deal that he took that he might have used joint funds for. So it's now tied to both Jay-Z and Beyonce. But with the Ten of Swords here as well, there is also a sense of, this is the thing he's trying to suppress. We're just trying to, there's also someone here who I think took an NDA or a contract or a NDA or money from Jay-Z in the past that is now coming forward because something occurred where the NDA was void and null, or the information that they had is criminal in nature. So it's like they are breaking the NDA for that. Hopes and fears here, it's the Two of Swords. Like, we have two decisions here that we can make about this. Which way are we going to go? Again, this feels like, are you going to take our money or are you going to take us to court? The unseen obstacle, though, here is the Queen of Wands. Reverse. So there's a woman here. How do I want to put this? There's a woman here, and they're not very happy, and I think they're trying to sabotage Jay at every turn, because it's like, you said you weren't going to do this. It's like whatever was discussed in some way. You know how I keep saying, if you watch my Is Beyonce a Witch video, it's like there's two people within Beyonce. It feels like this is the other version of Beyonce, and this version, I call her Sasha Fierce, is pissed and is like, you what? And is like kind of going after Jay. When Jay is getting everything from everyone else, now she's coming after him. And I think that's causing a lot of issues, because here also the Four of Cups, he's trying to get out by the skin of his teeth. I think there's also a level of, I'm just trying to take what I can to pay to other people, even though I can't take all of it. Again, this is like, there's major issues, not when it comes to fraud, but when it comes to, he's taken something he shouldn't have. Yes, he's taken something he shouldn't have. He's now got his hand caught in the cookie jar. And I know that's not the original interpretation of the Four of Cups. It's typically about kind of being depressed, and it's like you're kind of just looking at the cups that are empty rather than the one that you just took. But it's like, what I'm seeing here is that he got his hand caught in the cookie jar doing things he shouldn't have done, and now he's got people after him. What's going for him, though, is the Hanged Man. New perspectives, hasn't done anything like this for a while. He's also kept this very hidden. This is also very much underground. So whatever this is like, if he gets exposed for it, other people get exposed for it too. So this is something that they want to pin on Jay-Z, but in reality, it can't be just pinned on Jay-Z. So and that's why this has been more behind the scenes stuff, because it's like we just want to make Jay-Z pay, but in reality it can't just be that, because what I see is like there's a whole group of people. Jay-Z is just one of them, and it's like he wasn't even the most involved of them. So but they want to pin it on him, but they can't, because there's videos or there's evidence or something that kind of shows other people behaving even worse than Jay-Z. So it's like Jay-Z can't go down alone for whatever this is. Here in the past, the High Priestess reversed. And then here in the future, the Tower, or the Hermit reversed. Jay-Z's getting out of his comfort zone. Also, down here, High Priestess reversed. Again, he's messed with the wrong women in his life. He's just messed with the wrong women in his life, and it's like he wasn't listening to his higher intuition. He wasn't listening to what he shouldn't or shouldn't be doing. From a very spiritual perspective, he's just effed. And here in the future, he's getting out of his comfort zone. He's not going to be able to hide away in the Tower. It's like he got his hand caught in the cookie jar, so now you need to face the consequences of those actions when it comes to what you did in the dark will be coming to light. Let's just take a look here at this strangulation. What I'm going to say here is this feels more along the lines of games or activities that happen in a bedroom between two consenting adults, and that's what this kind of feels like. It feels like games, BDSM. Your kink is not my kink, and that is fine. And that's what this kind of feels like here when it comes to strangulation. So let's take a look at why is this kind of being hidden from the public. What's this kind of all about, and go from there. So one more shuffle, and away we go. Okay, let's take a look here. What's this all about? So we have the Four of Wands upright. Bedroom activities. This is between two consenting adults. This is the home, the family, the foundation. I also see this as someone who's on display. If you just look at it, this is someone who's on display. It's like, come my minions, come to your dominatrix who's going to fulfill all your biggest fantasies. Why is this is the judgment? I don't want to be judged for my bedroom activities. I don't want to be judged by because I want to be dominated. I don't want that. I want to keep this hidden. I don't want this out. From a financial influence, because this is very emotional. This is something that like Jay-Z himself finds. And I'm not gonna give someone crap for what they get off to in the bedroom if it's between two consenting adults. If it's between two non-consenting adults, or one consenting and one non-consenting, oh heck no, we're not about that life. But if you're two consenting adults, just go do whatever the frick you want, okay? Whoever, whatever. Unless you're trying to, like, there's some stipulations, so we won't get into it here. But yeah, Ace of Cups is like this is something that's really emotional to him. He holds a lot of flame, a lot of candles. It's like he doesn't really want this being exposed, because it's like this is like it shines a light on his innermost self that he wants to keep hidden. Hopes and fears here, the Eight of Swords reversed. This is a situation he's been able to not walk away from, but he doesn't feel trapped by. He's been able to, and that's kind of his hope, is like, I don't want to be trapped by whatever this is. This game that he plays with other people, it's like, this is just something that I do for fun, but if it comes out, it paints me in a worse light than this thing and that thing and blah 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 blah. Down here, the unseen obstacle though is there's a lot of fighting, but I also get here that this is a movie screen here in the back of this card. Five of Wands here. So I do feel like this is something that's going to be discussed, and there's going to be a lot of discourse around it. Do I see it coming out here in this next 5 months? No. There is a possibility of it coming out, of like his bedroom productivities, but I do not see that being a major sticking point. I could see this in maybe like June or July. But this is something that's coming to the light, but not being, and they want to project it out, but we're trying to like keep the tapes back. We're trying to not project this out. But there's issues with the Three of Pentacles here. There's people who are working together who is like, we want to put this information out. We need to put this evidence into the case. And they're working together in some way, and it feels like Jay-Z has been kind of taken out of the work together club and has been put out onto figure it out, you dummy, on his own island club. And that's kind of where he's at. What's going for him in this situation? The Six of Wands. Again, I don't think this is something that he's like, he has shame over. It's just something that doesn't, especially with everything else that's been coming out, it's like we don't need to add gasoline onto the fire, right? And I think that's kind of what it is. And instead of it being like, oh, we're just putting a splash of gasoline on the fire, it's like this comes out and it's like you're dumping like a 5-gallon thing of gasoline on the fire, and it kind of just goes and explodes everywhere. So like it feels like that's why we're trying to keep it down, because like it expands things into ways that that is just not needed right now. Here in the past, the Magician. This is someone who manifested this, but I also see this as, excuse me, this is something that he feels like he's in control of. Or he's always had control of. Like, he got to be made the big man on top. He got to be the big person. He got to be the one with the women. He had his emotions fulfilled. He had his will fulfilled. He had his finances fulfilled. He had his words were listened to. It's like whatever this was, whatever, like his whole this whole thing when it comes to between the sheets with other people, he felt like he was the master of his own domain, and all of his needs were being fulfilled. That's the Magician in the past, but here in the future, the Sun. This is going to get exposed. I'm not seeing it, and it's going to get pushed out into the sunlight. This is, again, this definitely feels like something that's it's on the bubbling verge of coming out. Also, it's 333 on my clock as I'm saying this. But again, it's on the verge of coming out. It just hasn't come out yet. And I don't see it coming out until like June or July. But I do see it really heavily as something that's going to be exposed. And there's like whisperings and things coming out, but nothing big and bold quite yet. So that's what I'm feeling here for Jay-Z in the next 5 months. So thank you all so very much for listening to me. I just got back from my break if you're listening to this right away. So thank you to everyone who's liked, subscribed, left a comment. I really, really appreciate it and your engagement on these videos. Otherwise, feel free. Let me know your own thoughts and opinions down below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Do you agree with me? Do you not? Also, if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so. Website link down below. YouTube members, see videos like this early. Otherwise, and you get a ton of other exclusive content. Just saying, $3 a month, it's a great steal for the beginning of the year. Otherwise, thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Feel free, stick around. Playlist, all the Jay-Z, Beyonce readings you could ever want, located there. Alright, bye!